Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome to the B-List.
We're back again for another great movie.
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
Just in case you guys were wondering, what am I going to do during Thanksgiving break? What am I going to do during Thanksgiving vacation? We've got you covered.
We've got you covered.
With ThanksKilling.
ThanksKilling, about a killer turkey, and it's terrifying.
And you know what's funny is that, like, in the before times when we had recorded before, we actually covered this.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we had covered this, but there was something. I never got it posted because there was actually something wrong with the audio that I was trying to fix, and then I ended up having to go through a couple surgeries. So this time is going to stick.
We know this one pretty well.
We know this one really well, and
you're welcome.
And I can't help but kind of like this one, like on a. Not just because it's a bad movie, but just because...
This one's, like, different than some of the ones that we've covered because, like, it knows it's a bad movie.
It knows it's a bad movie.
It's not trying to be serious. It's not
tongue-in-cheek.
Yes.
It knows that it's
And it very much is like a guy in his backyard filming it. It's not... The quality isn't the best.
No, it's not great, but it's it has heart, I should say. And, of course, we've already mentioned ThanksKilling.
Yes.
It was released in... I got two different answers for this. It said on IMDb that it came out in 2008, but in other sources it said 2009. So, late...
Aughts.
Yeah.
The early aughts of...
The early aughts.
You were listening to Paramore. You had your side bang.
Yeah. It's about an hour and 10 minutes long, so it's not a long movie by any means.
It's not a long movie. I told her, like, I really hope this is enough of an episode for you guys.
Yeah.
We'll fill it in with the jokes. We got you guys.
We'll get it. The director was Jordan Downey, who also co-wrote this. He didn't go on to do much more.
How many times have we said that? Has anyone clocked that? How many times we have said the person has wrote it and directed it and they went on to do nothing else?
And he did some like little short films. He did the sequel to this movie, and
There's a sequel to this movie?
Yes, there is, and it's actually fun. I'll talk about it at the end of this. But he most recently has done The Headhunter and has a segment on VHS Beyond, which recently came out, like very recently.
Okay.
Other writers included Brad Schultz, who wrote some funny stuff for Funny or Die.
Funny or Die.
Yeah. But he mainly does a lot of editing for other projects. Also, we have co-writer Kevin Stewart, who's mainly a cinematographer.
How many writers were on this?
We have also Anthony Wilson.
For a movie that's an hour and 10 minutes long.
And Grant Yaffe.
Did they all break it up into like 10-minute segments? Like you write 10 minutes and I'll write 10 minutes?
I guess so. You know what? They probably came in and said, hey, would be a funny line here. And then they said, okay, you get a writing credit and, that kind of thing. But yeah, none of them really did anything else. These guys are not known for writing. And you can tell.
I mean,
seriously.
When I see them as the greeter at Walmart later, I'll be sure to give them a high five.
Right. Production company they were self-produced all the way, baby.
Same. So,
Same. So I can identify with these guys.
We love a mom and pop project. So
yeah.
Good.
The budget was only about $3,500 estimated. And there's no box office because it was never released.
Yeah. But you guys can watch it on Tubi. Like, you guys can find it on Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Yeah, you can find it on Tubi. And
if you want to kill an hour of your time while you're waiting for your turkey to get done.
Right.
Listen to us in tandem with watching this movie.
Right. Also, the actors, not known for a whole lot. We have Lance Predmore.
They didn't go on to, like, win Oscars or anything?
No, they all deserve them for this movie. Exactly. But, anyway, Lance Predmore, he plays the character of Johnny. Aaron Ringheiser Carlson plays Billy. Ryan E. Francis plays Darren. Natasha Cardova plays Allie. Lindsay Anderton, I believe is her name, plays Kristen. And two honorable mentions is that there's a hermit character that's played by none other than General Bastard, who apparently is a musician.
Dad?
And Tara's father.
And my dad.
He's a musician. Go check him out, General Bastard. His music is really weird.
Is it like
And
metal or like what kind of?
it's a little bit of everything. I went and looked at it,
It's
and
a
it
little
was
bit
like
country. It's a little bit rock and roll.
exactly a little industrial, a little bit. I don't
Okay.
know, lots of
Who was
stuff.
the voice of the turkey? Did you?
I
find
couldn't
it?
find it. I couldn't find the voice of the turkey.
Hey, I need to know if you're the voice of this turkey. Can you like give
I'll
us
probably find it right after this.
If you guys know, let me
And
know.
it's probably even listed on IMDb, but I was just like,
ThanksKilling. Yeah.
just and there's another actress that is well, let's talk about the movie, and then I'll go into this actress as we talk about the movie.
Okay.
So it starts out
1621. The
the
olden days. Moments after the first Thanksgiving.
Right.
They just had their maize.
They
Had
just
their
had
maize in their turkey. Mm-hmm. And immediately a nipple shot.
yeah.
Because
It opens
because
on a
this
boobie.
clock is always on time.
37 seconds into the movie is our first full on one boobie.
One full breasticle. Mm-hmm. I should not have done this with my boob, but I did. So you're welcome.
Just in case you don't know women's anatomy.
That's a freebie for you guys.
There you go.
So yeah, it's a bare-breasted pilgrim girl hiding in the woods, and she's just running tits first. Her
top is open.
And it is for sure a pilgrim costume from Party City.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you know why? Because it's got the little ties in the back.
Right.
Like the
it's
very
not even
cheaply
fitting.
made costume.
Yeah.
So she's running, and an unknown entity is chasing her.
Uh-huh.
And it's
And
got like
she
a weird
could
vision,
probably-
kind of like Predator vision, you know?
Right. Like the Evil Dead,
Kind
going
of, yeah.
through the-
Like,
and she, of course, does not stop to button her top, which
No,
she
there's no
probably
time.
could have run faster had she.
she fell tits first over the ground.
And this is what I wanted to talk about with the actress. The actress that plays this pilgrim, her name is Wanda Lust.
Oh, I
and
saw that, yeah.
she is an adult film star who does lots of MILF porn. So you can
So you're welcome.
You can go see all of the titles on IMDb. Pick which sequels you want to see of her.
We're a sex positive podcast.
I'm
if
very-
that's what
I
you're
have-
into,
Hey,
you
that's-
want to watch this big tittied pilgrim fall on the ground?
go
and
for
she is
it.
consenting
And she is consenting, then that's fine.
and getting paid?
Yep.
I mean, go
And
for it.
she's the only one that actually has like any sort of
That was
acting.
the only name I saw.
Yeah.
Was hers.
Yeah, she's
So,
the only
yeah.
one with any acting
So,
credits.
anyways, it's a turkey that's chasing her with an axe. How's
With an
it
axe.
holding an axe? I don't know. It doesn't have fingers.
I don't know.
And it says, "Nice tits, bitch."
Yeah,
Which
first line of the movie.
Excuse me for the foul language. Get it? Because birds. Foul birds. And yeah, and she gets axed.
She gets axed. Title screen.
That's a wrap on Bare-Breasted Pilgrim Girl. It
Yeah,
says it right there in my notes.
She's the only one with any acting experience, but she gets
And they
about
killed her
2
in the
minutes,
first
and they
2 minutes.
kill her in the first 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so then we open up to a college campus with
But you know what? I just want to say, like, I really like the stylized way they did the opening credits. I was like, this looks nice. Like,
it wasn't bad.
It ran too long, considering there's like 3 people in this movie. But
Right. But and the music was a little repetitive.
a little bit, but
that's
I liked
okay.
the way it looked. Like, I liked the way the opening credits looked.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wrote that down, but I did.
It was all right. I've seen worse.
I've seen worse. Yes.
So,
yes, back at the school.
So we're back at the school. There's some music playing. It's very like 90s
Small
alternative.
town, country, like
It reminded me
alternative.
of like the Gin Blossoms a
Yes.
little bit. Very 90s, very.
But you could tell they couldn't afford the actual music, so there's someone
right.
doing it.
So it was
'cause,
somebody
like,
else, and I meant to write down who did the music for this movie, but I forgot.
They're
so.
probably not doing music now, so it's fine.
I have never heard of them again.
So yeah, college campus, and then a stereotypical fat friend and his generic hot dude football player exit the school, and the fat guy says, "Thanksgiving break!"
He rips his shirt.
Rips his shirt off.
Yeah.
And his friend's like, "Hey man, don't rip your shirt off." But he says he did it so to get the other girls to show their boobies.
Yeah.
And then I was like, because that never works. And then she does.
And then
So,
she does.
I guess it does work.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 girls in this, 2 female characters, and there's always and I hate using the word, but the slutty one.
Yes.
And then there's the chaste one.
The chaste one,
well,
like
of course.
the whore and the Madonna complex.
Right, right. And so the one that lifts her shirt up, her name is Allie, and she
is horned up for everything.
in this thing, and she really has her eyes on Johnny.
Yes, but she did flash a little.
She flashes a little.
To my surprise, wearing a bra.
Wearing a bra. She doesn't take the bra off, so she's
plan
wearing.
Worked, but it didn't really work.
But kind of, yeah. It was
Yeah.
still pretty safe. And of course, chaste friend Kristen is like, put your shirt
Your tits
down.
away.
Put them away.
Put your tits away.
And I like how Allie was like, but they're glorious.
Yeah, everyone should take a look at these sweater puppies.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to like nerdy guy with glasses is running up on the group, and we learn his name is Darren.
Yes.
And he gets introduced to...
Yeah, he's meeting up with everybody for the first time except for Billy.
Except for Billy, the chubby friend.
Yeah, and Billy's like, hey, he's weird, but you get used to him. You know,
And then
he's going to hang.
Darren immediately gets in the Jeep with them.
Yeah, he's like going to go on this trip with them. And
I'm like, did you not just meet Johnny like 5 seconds ago and you're getting in his...
and you're going to crawl on in. I guess maybe they're all from the same hometown and they're just
But he was
hitching a
kind of
ride.
horned up for Johnny too, because he's like, "Oh my god, like you're so good
Yeah,
at
fanboying,
football, and
yeah.
blah blah blah." And then he shows Johnny shows him his muscles.
Yeah. Yeah,
And he touches them. And I asked my boyfriend, I was like, "This is what straight dudes do, right?
Yeah,
They
right.
Share
You
each
feel each other's muscles,
yeah,
right?
Feel each other's muscles. It's fine." But yeah, he gets in the Jeep too, and he just met Johnny, and I said, "And what is happening?"
And what I was trying to figure out is, were they supposed to be going on a trip, or were they all just going home for the holiday?
I think Johnny is just giving everyone a ride home for the holidays.
Okay.
Because they all seem to be...
Right. That's what I thought too.
None of these kids have their own car?
I guess not. They're
The parents
poor,
just
poor
said,
college kids.
fuck off and get to college. No car for you.
They need everything they need.
Do you
on
want
campus.
college or do you want a car? Because you can't have both.
Yeah, right. And so anyway, so they jump in to the Jeep to go home. Johnny tells Billy immediately because Johnny keeps like fat shaming Billy
Absolutely he does.
through the whole thing.
Yes.
And so he tells Billy that he stinks, and then nerdy Darren is like, "Hey guys, let's not be like that. Let's go around.
We should talk about what we're thankful for.
Let's talk about what we're thankful for. It's Thanksgiving."
And the fat friend says immediately that he's glad for Darren's mom has the juiciest poon in
Yeah, got a juicy poon.
juicy poon on Darren's mom, which is ick.
And of course, yeah. And of course, there's sweet Kristen who says, "That's rude.
Yeah, that's rude.
I'm thankful that we're spending time together and that we're all in good health."
And Johnny at some point has a moment of remembering his dad and saying that they don't get along lately.
Yeah.
because of
Yeah, well,
football.
Billy says, when Kristen says that she's thankful that everybody's in good health, and he says, "That's gay."
That's gay. So
And so-
immediately we are
Yeah.
shaming anyone for having feelings.
Right, right. And then Johnny reprimands him and says, "Hey, spending time with family is the most important thing."
Yeah.
And he wishes that he had time to bond with his dad because they haven't been getting along well.
Because of football times.
Because football. Yeah.
Because he's not doing great at the football.
Yeah.
And Darren recently he says that he's going to go butt wild and go skinny dipping.
Ghost ride the whip.
Which in November I do not recommend that you should go skinny
Right.
dipping in any town. And he also says he's going to have sex with someone in this car.
Someone in this car. Well,
and
there's
he's
only
going
two
to be and he's going to be doing the sexing.
Yeah, he's going to be doing it. He's not going to be by himself anymore.
He does not care.
Uh-huh.
And then they make a really bad JonBenet Ramsey joke, and wow, that comes back. When did she pass away? She passed away. What,
She passed
90?
away in the late
What do we say,
90s. Like,
96
it
or
was
90?
96, 97, somewhere around there. It was like 11 years before this movie released. So it's
Yeah.
not even a topical joke
It's
at this
not,
point.
but they damn it if they don't keep making it.
And they said that everyone, when Billy says what he's thankful for, Billy says that he's thankful that he still got his mom because his dad passed last year.
Yes.
And then that's whenever Darren says, "I'm gonna have sex with somebody in this car," and then the looser girl Allie says, "Well, not me. I'm a prude." And Billy says,
Allie, "We've already seen your tits, girl.
"Yeah,
You're
you've
not a
already
prude.
let us see your bra."
I've seen your bra."
But Billy goes, "You're kind of a hoe, and you're pretty skanky."
pretty skanky. These guys don't seem like good friends.
Like, why are you guys friends? This is awful.
We're literally 5 seconds into this movie, and it's a Thanksgiving movie.
They're just
They're
ripping
just
on each other this whole
fat
time.
shaming each other, calling each other gay and
Skanky.
and fat and
Fat.
It's a whole thing.
So
fast forward to like the woods. There's a guy in the woods,
It's a hermit. He lives
He's a
out there
hermit.
with his dog.
and he's looking for his dog.
His dog runs off and goes and urinates on like a little tiny totem. pole.
But it is 1,000% some cheap piece of shit that you would get at
Yeah.
like a gas station.
I think I had read that they had gotten it at Party City, actually, or
Yes.
something like that.
I said, very cheaply made indigenous knickknack.
Yeah, yeah.
That is 1,000% cultural appropriation, and he pees on it. And
Yeah.
boom! That's how Killer Turkey is resurrected.
Killer Turkey is back.
A little urination.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Immediately kills the puppy.
Yep, it kills the dog. And so, fast forward to the sheriff's house, and he's wearing the hell out of that hat and that fake mustache, man. And
Right.
he is drinking his coffee, and he says, "Damn, Cheryl, did you put shit in this coffee?"
Uh-huh.
And she says, "Sure did."
Sure did. And
she-
then shows us the turd in the coffee.
the Duke's in the coffee pot. And she said she wants a divorce. And now
He says, all right then.
and I'm questioning every time I've said those words, I want a divorce, and have not used dookies as a way to talk about my feelings.
Maybe it would have happened faster.
Maybe it would happen faster. You're right. To all of my exes, I apologize.
And it's about that time that Kristen, who is his daughter,
That's when we learn, yes, little exposition, that's his
Yeah.
daughter, and let her know she's on her way.
she's on her way home.
He casually mentions that his stepmom, like, your stepmom left me.
Oh, by the way, your stepmom left me. Bye.
Bye.
And then hangs up.
She has no reaction to it. She don't care.
She doesn't care. Well,
Maybe they weren't close.
maybe it's because she keeps pooping in the coffee.
I mean, yeah. Every time I go to my mom and Cheryl's, or my dad and Cheryl's house, the coffee tastes like shit.
Tastes like shit.
So yeah, it's getting dark, and the car is like overheating, so they have to
Breaks
pull
down.
over, and so they just fucking leave the car and start walking.
Yeah. And they decide, hey, we brought our
Ain't nobody
tent.
yeah, they're gonna tent camp.
We have our tents and our sleeping bags.
Why would you have that?
That's
if you're
why I
just
was like,
driving home?
were they taking a trip or were they going home? Because they brought tents and sleeping bags.
No,
And-
but her parents were expecting her home. Like,
exactly.
they're going home.
So they brought their tents in, I guess, just in case. Maybe the car breaks down a
Whatever.
lot.
And Darren finds a sign that says Crawlberg, and he tells the gang that Crawlberg is where an indigenous person was disrespected by a pilgrim, and he necromanced a turkey to kill all the white men. Mm-hmm. And I really like the animation that they used in this movie. That's
Yeah.
pretty cute.
It was kind of cute. Like I said, there was some elements of this movie that I really
and
did enjoy.
turkeyologists all over the world know that it's ThanksKilling.
Yeah.
And I ask, how does one become a turkeyologist?
I picked the wrong
Wrong. Wiry
Wrong career
hairstylist. We
choice.
should not have picked that.
career
If
choice.
I was a turkeyologist, I'd probably have 401k.
Right.
And they all have tents. Since when? I don't know. And so they put their little tents up. And then the hillbilly in the woods is still looking for his dog. And it's been hours. It's dark now.
Yeah, it's dark now.
And the turkey tells him there's been an accident and that the dog is dead. And the guy has no real reaction to this talking turkey telling him.
Right. Right.
If I'm in the woods looking for my missing dog and a talking turkey comes up to me and is like, hey, there's been an accident. Your dog's dead.
Yeah.
I'm very upset my dog's dead. But also, why is there a talking turkey?
Right, right.
So randomly, at the campfire with the kids, a baby bunny flies into the fire and is for sure gutted and dead, and it's definitely a stuffed animal. But Darren says that it was gutted by a turkey beak. Who
Yeah, he
knows?
could tell.
Is Darren going to school to be a turkeyologist?
And right before that happened, Kristen went out to call her father.
She's gonna go call her
in
father.
the woods.
Yeah, and they're
And
like,
that's
"You're
and she
safe."
hears the turkey.
Yeah.
So she runs back to camp. They don't believe her,
And
and,
this
then
little-
suddenly the bunny is
Yeah.
thrown into the campfire.
So yeah, Darren, the future turkeyologist, is like, I can tell by this dead, rotting bunny that's in the fire that it was mauled to death by a turkey beak.
by a turkey beak.
By a bird, not just a bird,
Yeah,
a turkey. I think
but a
is what he
turkey.
actually says.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, they go to bed.
So they go to bed.
After Fat Guy's really trying to like hook up with someone, and everyone just kind of leaves.
Right, right, right. Allie is still being pretty sweet on Johnny, but Johnny kind of has eyes for Kristen.
Yeah, because
And
you're just
so-
giving it away for free, girl. Like
Right.
nobody wants like.
Right, right.
I mean, do you? But
Yeah, and she, like, Kristen's like, you can come sleep in my tent since we have limited. They only had 2 tents for all of these friends.
well, to be fair, they were not expecting the turkeyologist to join the trip.
Right, no kidding.
Probably gonna have a boy tent and a girl tent, and
Right.
then, you know, which is why Billy ends up sleeping outside.
Yeah, Billy sleeps outside, and then you
The
would
next-
think that something would happen during the night, but it didn't. It's the
No.
next morning.
It's the next morning, and Billy wakes up, and he
The
has
hermit.
the hermit has a gun on him.
Yeah, the hermit's
and
squatting
says
over
that
him.
I've saved you
Yeah, I chased off a turkey.
from the turkey, and you can tell there's been a turkey here because there's
You've got
turkey shit
turkey droppings on your chest,
which is for sure dry dog food.
yeah, it's pretty much dry dog
It's kibbles
food.
and bits.
Yeah.
They just picked out the little bone-looking ones. And so they go back to the Jeep and use pliers on it, and then it
Yeah.
starts right back up.
Yeah, they twist a bolt and it starts right back up. Like
Not
you
even
couldn't
a
have done
little
that
bit
in
of
the night.
water
Yeah,
because it was overheated. Was what
right.
it was.
Yeah. Yeah, they just reach to the very back and twist.
A little
and
twist, and then it starts right up.
It's going.
And
So they're
I'm
on
not
their
a
way.
mechanic. I don't think that's how that works, but
It's not.
that's
but-
fine. So in the car, Billy says that he believes Kristen about the turkey because of the turkey dukes.
Yeah.
He got dukes on his chest.
Yeah.
So now he.
And
now he
Darren
believes.
thinks this is funny because everybody thinks that, his story was scary.
He's like, I
So-
made that up. I'm pretty sure it's fake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's like, it's not fake. Hello.
Yeah.
I got deuced on my chest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the turkey sees this car going down the road.
Yeah.
And
Hitchhikes.
hitchhikes. It stops, and the guy opens up the door for the turkey, and the turkey gets offered ass grass or for a ride.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like,
Gas, grass, or ass.
gas grass or ass.
And he says,
the turkey
well-
says, well, ass, I guess, because he didn't.
I don't
he's
have the
turkey,
other.
He doesn't have the others.
So he gets in the car and presents himself to the driver, and the driver unzips his pants.
and then the turkey now has a shotgun
Yeah, the turkey has a gun, and
that he concealed where?
I don't know. You didn't see it, but he's
Also,
got it.
I would just like to point out that this turkey is from like hundreds of years ago.
505 years ago, to be exact.
How does it even know how to hitchhike? How does it even know how to use a shotgun?
What a car is.
How does it know
Maybe it's
the gas, ass, or grass thing? Because that's from the 70s.
Yeah, like what is that? I guess.
He's just in the know.
Yeah.
And the guys, he put the shotgun on him, and the guy who's driving says, please, I have a daughter. And he says, call her.
Call her. So he calls
He calls,
her.
hey, honey,
I love you. I'll be
I
home
love you,
soon.
blah, blah, blah. And the turkey just blows him away.
Blows him away
That's
mid-conversation.
probably the darkest part of the movie.
That is the darkest part of the movie.
Well, there's another dark part, but this is one of the darkest parts of the movie. Is where
Yeah.
this little girl is on the phone with her dad
And then here's his head get blown off.
by a fucking turkey.
Good God. What has this world come to?
The turkey takes the car. And again, how is the turkey reaching the pedals?
I don't know.
Does he know how to drive?
Don't worry about it.
Does he have a permit?
Don't worry about it.
God damn it! Okay. So anyway, meanwhile, the kids are dropping off Loosey Goosey,
Yeah,
Allie,
Allie gets dropped off first.
and Kristen makes the same JonBenet Ramsey joke.
And everybody cracks up at this joke. Like,
It's still not funny.
makes a JonBenet Ramsey about her legs are harder to close than the JonBenet Ramsey case. So okay.
Not only are you slut shaming your friend,
but you're also making light of this
a
poor
dead child.
of
of an unsolved crime.
an unsolved crime.
Cool. So Johnny goes back to his house and knocks, which I find is weird because it's like your parents' house. Why would you not just, like-
I live down the street from my mom, so I just walk down there and open up the
So
the
what
door.
I do, I usually go when I go to my parents' house. I'll go through their garage and I'll give like a knock open door, like knock
Yeah.
knock open the door.
Yeah.
Like,
Or I'll text my mom really quick and say, "Hey, I'll be down in a minute," and
Yeah.
she's like, "Fine." She
well,
knows I'm
normally
gonna
like
walk
they'll
in.
make eye contact with me like because their living room's right there. They'll just look over and see me, and I'll just open the door.
Yeah.
But I'll knock if I don't see them.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Right.
Anyways, so his dad's being a real shithead about the football and stuff, and he won't talk. Mm-hmm. And
And his mom is like, "Give him time," and all
give him
this.
time.
And it's just because he didn't make like first strain in football.
Is it strain or string?
First strain.
That just strain like a disease?
I thought it was first strain.
Is it?
I don't know.
Press
I'm not a
it.
sports guy.
First string. I think it's string.
Okay.
Fuck.
Damn, we're gonna look stupid no matter what. One of us.
Look it up and then you put the definition right here.
Okay.
Get back to us. Any football players.
But
watching this?
anyway,
Probably not.
yeah. So he's
His
like,
dad like fuck you. He's going outside
yeah,
for
and
a
so
cigar.
He tells his mom that I'm just gonna lie to him, and he goes out there and he's like, "Good news, Dad. I'm good at football now.
He's like, you know what? I'm so proud.
I'm
of
finally
you.
proud of
I'm
you."
finally
and
proud of you.
shakes his hand.
Shakes his hand, and he has like a cigar.
Yeah.
And his dad perks up. He's super happy, and then the turkey comes out with a knife in between them, and chops the dad's head off and throws it into.
Throws it to Johnny.
And he catches it, and then he takes the dad's cigar.
Yeah. Not a bad quarterback, if you ask me. Caught that
Johnny-
head the first time.
Johnny is not a good actor, though. His
Johnny's
tears are not.
Not great.
His tears are not good.
He runs away to go to his mom, but he goes into the house and his mom she's already dead.
She's already dead.
She's
This turkey-
standing there.
She's
dead.
standing dead. Maybe he's propped her up or something. Or
I don't know.
tied her
You
to
don't
a-
see. She's just standing there.
I don't know. So fast forward to Allie Loosey Goosey house.
Yeah. She's
And
lured some
Some
dude
guy.
that we
She's
haven't
been
seen.
home for Thanksgiving break for 5 seconds and she's already got a dude.
She's already got a dude over there.
She must have like like Tinder or something on her phone.
Yeah, yeah.
So she takes this guy to her room, and then it fast forwards. So they're in the room. Fast forward to Johnny with his friends all on someone's porch.
They went to Billy's house. They convened at Billy's house, and Johnny's like, listen,
and he's like,
the turkey's real.
And he killed my parents.
And he killed my parents.
He's still not super sad about it.
Yeah, not really. None of them really have a whole lot of reaction to any of this.
No one thought to call the police or to call an ambulance or to call...
No, they just left their dead parents and behind.
So fast forward to back to Allie's house, and she is having sexo with this random dude, and the turkey...
This is a really disturbing scene.
This is another hard scene because the turkey comes into the room,
kills home dude,
because you have to think like she's getting it like
she's on all fours. She's in a doggy position. Yes, and he kills home dude
and immediately
takes his place
in what can only be described as a bestiality grape scene.
Yeah, this isn't great.
She has not agreed.
She hasn't agreed
to make
to
sex
it
with this turkey.
No,
but he's getting his little turkey rocks off.
Yeah, she doesn't know that it's a turkey now until she looks back and sees him.
Which just goes to show if you are in the doggy position, maybe once in a while turn and look around to see who's behind you, because you don't. There could be a turkey. Mm-hmm. There could be a giraffe. You don't know who's back there.
You don't know
who or what is back there.
That's why I refuse that position. No.
You will make eye contact with me. I'm not going to get a crick in my neck from turning around. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
So then he kills her.
Yeah, so then he kills her.
Imagine that's your last moment in life, is where, like...
You find a turkey behind you.
You thought, I'm so lucky. My parents are gone. It's Thanksgiving break. I'm about to bring some dude home. I'm going to get...
Who didn't even get a character name.
He did not get a name. Barely caught his face. Just saw him from behind. And then... That's what you think your last moments are going to be, but it's not. You're just being railed by a killer turkey.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
It's a real bummer.
Yeah.
So then the kids are driving to Allie's to warn her, and Johnny that goes inside?
Johnny goes inside, and they're all waiting outside, and then Darren makes another damn John Benet Ramsey joke.
Yeah.
But this time, it's even worse, and I don't even want to repeat it because he tells the joke wrong. And again, this is a, 6-year-old child that was murdered 11 years before this.
On fucking Christmas. But sure.
Let's make jokes about it. Let's go ahead and get another joke in.
So Johnny sees that she's dead and comes back, and he's like, but he saw a feather.
He's like, she's dead, here's a bloody feather.
And a gravy-flavored condom.
And a gravy-flavored, extra small condom.
And I will immediately say that my boyfriend made a joke that, like, he didn't know they made those, and that, are there other flavors? Is there
usually you have to make your own gravy.
Zing. This is why you come, guys. This is why you're here.
Hence the need for a condom.
Yes.
Oh.
So Darren says the only way to kill him is to read the books, ancient books, and find a way.
Yeah. And they're like, but we need to get to the library. But the library's closed.
The library's closed. It's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving, and it's night. But Kristen, luckily, was like, my
dad
books.
has a lot of books. He must have books about killer turkeys.
Yeah, of course.
Because what good, God-fearing sheriff would not have books about killer turkeys?
Well, that's how you're a good cop.
Yeah. So the sheriff is at his house, and he's going through the mail, and he's getting ready and he looks at the thing, and he has like, oh, God, I gotta get ready for this, like, sheriff contest.
They were talking about some ball that
some kind of like where you dress up or whatever, Thanksgiving ball, and
for policemen.
Yes. And so he answers the door. Someone knocks on the door, and he answers the door wearing a turkey costume, and the killer turkey is wearing his own costume.
He's wearing a Groucho Marx glasses and mustache thing,
and he says he's a friend of Kristen's, and he's like, "Well, come on in."
He's like, well, she's not here yet. Come on in. So they go and sit at the kitchen table and have a cup of coffee together.
They're just sitting there at the kitchen table drinking coffee.
Yeah, and he has assumed that the turkey is a little person.
He's calling him a dwarf.
Yeah.
Which is problematic, and we don't.
But that's okay, because he supports his people. So he's a tolerant policeman.
Sure.
And
then he kills the sheriff.
And then so the sheriff, the sheriff calls him an odd little duck, and he doesn't like that. And
no, you can call me a dwarf. What you can't do is
call me an odd duck. Yeah.
Because I'm not a duck, I'm a turkey.
Right. And so I'm packing
gravy flavored condoms to prove it.
Right, right. He's had a busy night so far.
He's had a busy night.
And so he kills Pops. So
The kids the gang goes back to the house, and she knocks on the door. Again, weird.
Weird.
What is this town?
Your parents don't let you in?
I know. And so the turkey answers the door
wearing
her dad's
face.
He has slit the face off of the man.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a rubber face hanging off of him.
So much smaller than an actual face.
So much smaller, but you know what? They fall for it.
She has no idea that that's not him.
She thinks it's her dad.
Because she's because her dad is turkey shaped? What the fuck is happening here?
Well, it looks like her dad, so it must be her dad.
It looks like a dad.
She's been at college, so she's kind of forgotten what his face looks like.
So they'll go inside again, and no one realizes that this turkey has a human face.
Yeah, no.
So they go into the garage. They're like looking for the book, and there's a really unnecessary montage of like.
Looking through books. Billy's just eating the whole time. Not looking through books, except there's one little tiny
like
scene
little
where
golden book or whatever.
Yeah,
like
Darren is teaching Darren is teaching him how to read.
Yeah, like you're in college, shouldn't you know how to read?
Yeah, but luckily they find the book.
Yes, and it says the turkey can be killed if the turkey is removed from its magical talisman, hidden in his plumage.
In his plumage, which Billy does not understand that word.
And the rest of the book is written in a mathematical code. Why?
I don't know. Were the Pilgrims really big on
math? Maybe
algebra.
I mean, they were.
But that's okay.
But then Billy says he needs a snack because
he's still hungry, even though he ate through the whole
fat people
montage.
Need all the snacks.
Yeah.
We eat and then we're immediately hungry again.
And so he's going to go find something to eat while they're working on the problem. And so he leaves the house.
Well, he goes into the kitchen first.
Well, yeah, he while he's looking in the house for something to eat, he stumbles on the turkey and the faceless body of
he sees the faceless body of the dad. And the gang comes in and the turkey explains that he has to kill all the white people for disrespecting indigenous people. Mm-hmm. And then at some point he uses the hard F slur and then calls everyone the hard R slur.
Yeah. They're just he's just mean.
You know what? It was a different time for him.
Mm-hmm. And Johnny tells him, we gave you back some land and let you have casinos.
What more do you want? Oh my God. This is so problematic. So
so that's when Billy tussles with...
And puts him in a headlock.
Yeah.
Johnny takes the talisman.
And then the turkey runs away. But they've got the talisman, so he's defenseless.
Darren says that the code says that they have to burn the turkey at the stake.
Yeah.
And say a demonic prayer backwards. Because again, this clock is always on time with the demonic prayer.
Right,
and saying it backwards.
Right.
You have to.
Right. And it's at that point that Billy's kind of mad, so then he leaves the house
He's
by
wandering
himself.
around. Yeah, because he's like, I had him in a headlock. Why didn't you guys just get him?
And so while Darren is trying to figure out this code before he even tells them the stuff... they go into the living room and Darren's like, hey, I'm sorry about your dad being dead in this whole situation. Even though
his parents
are also died.
That's why they're together, is because his parents died.
Yeah, trauma bonding. Yeah. And so he...
Because college.
And so he said, sorry about your dad. This is my fault. And she's like, no, it's not. And he's like, you're right. And then, of course, there's more like, life is not like a playbook. Because he's all about football. And then he just says... Life moves on. Like,
this
dumb shit. You just lost your parents 10 minutes ago.
10 seconds ago. But anyway, so Billy is hungry and wandering around outside in the neighborhoods. And the turkey, like, glamours himself to look like a cartoon turkey.
Cooked turkey.
And Billy eats it.
He beckons him to eat it and he just swallows it all.
Swallows a turkey whole.
But then, evil turkey
shoots himself out of the stomach.
Bursts
with the gun. Is it
with the gun? He bursts out of the stomach
and says, "Gobble gobble, motherfucker." And how to write down the good lines. You know?
Yeah, but whenever he comes out, when he bursts through the stomach, first the gun comes out, and it's like a long.
It's
long
very
gun.
much like Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's very Looney Tunes at that point.
It's like Daffy Duck has, it's for sure this.
So he leaves Billy for dead on the side of the road.
And then Darren comes out and he puts on quite the performance for his
This is the best performance in the whole movie.
Darren losing his friend Billy.
Yeah.
And then there's a weird montage of them eating ice cream and holding hands, and there's a shitty song.
Yeah, it's all about
my
Billy.
Notes say, I cannot, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. But it's still funny because they're in the montage. In the montage, he's like, telling him he's his best friend, and he's feeding ice cream to each other, and they're skipping, and they're playing hide and seek, like
And this
friends
song is
thing.
written about, like...
Billy. It's like, Billy,
And you know
Billy.
what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like? Do you know in Billy Madison, where, like, the rock star that's at Billy's graduation is like, Billy passed the first
Yeah.
grade. That's what it's
That's
like.
how it is. It's a song
Exactly
about...
what it's like.
This is a song about Billy dying. And
Yes.
so Billy's like holding his innards in his arms, and,
Yeah.
and Darren's like, it's not that bad.
Courtney, I'm telling you this right now. If you get a turkey blows out your guts, I'm just going to be real with you and tell you how bad it is.
Oh, this is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty bad. I'm shot in half pretty bad.
I'm shot
Courtney.
pretty bad.
So then the turkey is fast forward to the turkey.
They go to find the turkey in his
Because, like, I have to
teepee.
find him in his teepee.
Yeah.
Because, again, cultural appropriation of it all.
And he's in his
like,
teepee.
there's not that many teepees in this town, so it shouldn't be
So
that
it shouldn't be hard to find a teepee.
So they find the turkey literally tossing a salad.
Literally just making a salad in his thing. He's
the
talking
gang-
about, this is going to be a good salad.
Yep, and the gang pulls over, and Kristen says, do you have the rope? And Johnny does pull out something, but it's not a rope. It's for sure a string.
Some twine, maybe.
It's a string.
Yeah, but close enough. It's a little turkey.
And Darren is not wearing his glasses all of a sudden. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe he was so
he cried
sad.
them off.
He cried them off.
They just float off of his face.
And I said, thank God for Johnny's cargo shorts, because he also has a lighter.
He also has a lighter.
This is why lesbians wear cargo shorts, you guys, because, like, they can always be prepared. They're like Boy Scouts.
So they rush the turkey in his teepee and they tie him up.
And the turkey's eating a salad.
And he's eating a
gets-
salad.
they
He
tie
calls
him up.
him the R word again.
They tie him up very awkwardly with this string. It's like a shoestring, and they're like,
They got him.
And then they all say a prayer.
They read from the book and they have to
Yes.
say this incantation backwards.
And then the turkey very easily sneaks out, and
out the teepee.
And the wandering hillbilly outside shoots him.
The hermit's there and shoots him. And it shoots him into a garbage can.
Into a dumpster. And they go to the dumpster and they see that he's there. It's pretty anticlimactic because they're like, well, that happened.
Yeah, and the hermit's like, thanks, my work is done. And they're like, sorry about your dog. And then he gives this little monologue and he's like, yeah, it hurts. One of these days you're going to feel what I feel when losing someone you love, like your mother or your father or your best friend. And then he takes off. His work is done. He shot the turkey.
Done.
And so
they decide to go back to Kristen's house and watch a movie because your parents are dead and the turkey's dead. What are you gonna do?
They haven't called the cops. They haven't called ambulances or anything. They're just gonna go watch a movie. And of course,
they haven't even prepared a Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah,
they're just
gonna go watch a movie now at Kristen's house,
which is fine, I guess. And the turkey at the dumpster is apparently radioactive.
Well, if you look on the side of the trash can, there was a radioactive sign.
Because that's just there.
Because it happened to be there. And it even says while they're they're watching the TV and everything, Darren goes to go pee because Johnny and Kristen are starting to get touchy-feely.
They're making out pretty hardcore.
Yeah, and they're watching Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
On Thanksgiving, after their parents just died.
And now we have to deal with a radioactive turkey.
Yeah, and so Darren's pretty salty about them making out.
He picked now to ask Kristen to be his girlfriend. Like, hey, our parents are dead.
You want to be my girlfriend?
To kill our turkey. You want to be my girlfriend?
Mm-hmm. They start getting frisky.
And Darren's literally like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I am Darren in every situation because I feel like this has happened to all of us.
I have been there in that, like, God, okay.
Like, anyway, I'm going to go over here now. And he gets...
he stops by the fridge whenever he's coming out of the bathroom. And then Turkey shows up.
And shoots him in the butt with a meat thermometer.
Yeah, right in the ham.
And the glowing turkey attacks him and rips out his tongue. And they struggle.
He rips his tongue out and then pecks his beating heart out of his chest.
And it is a misophonia nightmare. The noises that are coming, it's very slurpy, and I'm not about it.
Yeah.
And Kristen and Johnny are asleep on the couch. They're like, sleeping.
And Darren has a vision of Billy like, come on. There's no turkeys up here. Come on.
Which is like, unlike dogs, turkeys don't go to heaven.
Yeah. Well, especially evil radioactive turkeys at this point.
Lesson learned.
So in the meantime, Johnny wakes up.
They wake up and
and he feels that the
He's like, I'm
turkey's
gonna go check on
around.
Darren, and he sees that he's dead.
Right. He says that I feel like the turkey's around somewhere, but Kristen assures him he was
He's
shot.
dead.
He had a hole the size of my head. And then Johnny says, yeah, there's no way he survived unless he fell into some radioactive waste. But what are the odds of that? And that's when he goes to
Johnny,
check on.
what are the odds of what are the odds of a killer turkey?
Yeah, in the first place.
Yeah, the odds are pretty good. I
And
think.
so that's when he goes to check and sees Darren's dead body.
And Turkey takes an electric carving knife to Johnny.
To Johnny, right in the guts.
And-
And he knocks.
Kristen takes Johnny to some shack in the back.
Yeah, she knocks the turkey off of Johnny.
Yeah.
And he runs to the shack with her, still impaled
He's
by this
got
electric
this
knife.
electric carving
They have to
knife in
unplug it
his-
from the wall and run.
Yeah.
And then...
Which is so funny because, like, in Slumber Party Massacre, we just talked about, like, don't use something that has a cord.
Right.
And we just...
But
apparently
it
this
worked for the turkey.
This turkey has never seen Slumber Party Massacre.
Well, he's been asleep for 505 years.
That's true. So the turkey follows them out, and Kristen takes a spray can and a lighter.
Yeah, she gets a spray can and a lighter and lights Turkey on fire.
Because she remembers, like, it has to be set on fire.
Yeah, and then Johnny makes another sports reference, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then the turkey...
And they exchange I love yous. Okay, you
Yeah.
guys just started dating today. but-
like 5 minutes ago on the couch.
yes.
So, turkey on fire.
So then Kristen yeets the turkey into the pyre.
Bats
with a
him
baseball
into-
bat.
Yeah, where did this bonfire pyre come from? 'Cause it's perfectly stacked and...
Where did the shack come from?
Where-
Where did the radioactive waste come from?
Well,
Where did the fucking turkey come
right,
from? It just
exactly.
happens. I'm not going to this town.
Right.
And then the hillbilly says, "Well done." And she is eating what is a chicken
Yeah,
leg.
a cooked drumstick shoots
From-
out of the fire.
And she eats it, and it's a chicken leg. It's not a turkey leg.
It's not.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a chicken leg, but still, I mean, what they want us to believe is a turkey leg. She just starts eating it. This radioactive turkey leg.
That's for sure still raw.
That's
because
for
it's
sure
not
still
cooked-
raw.
It's not cooked already.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
way.
The hermit says, "Well
Well
done,
done.
gal."
Well
and
done.
then
Get it? Because cooking a
yeah,
turkey.
yeah. Oh, it has a double meaning.
So then fast forward to a Thanksgiving meal, and all these people are sitting, this family is
Yeah,
sitting
a family
around.
we've never met or
Don't
at
know anything about 'em.
Thanksgiving.
There's a giant turkey, and they're all eating.
They bow their heads to
They're
say
going to say
grace.
the prayer. Then the turkey starts moving and comes to life.
The cooked turkey.
The cooked
comes
turkey
to
with
life.
no head or feathers or anything.
anything.
And it
Jumps
says,
up and says, "Do I smell a sequel?"
to be continued.
Biatch. Because he yelled something and I assume it was bitch.
To which I say, no.
No. To be continued. The little title
It's
card
a
says,
title card, to be continued.
"In space." Is what it said.
Did it really?
Yeah, it said to be continued.
I missed
In
that.
space.
I was literally like counting down the seconds to finishing this movie, so I missed that part.
Yeah, it tells you that it's in space. And then it's credits. All done. Now, a little bit of trivia about this movie,
Trivia.
because
Hit me.
you know I got to get into
Gotta
it.
get the trivia.
That was completely a joke. The in space comment
Yeah.
was a complete joke. There is a sequel to this movie, but they thought it was funny to not call it ThanksKilling Part 2.
Yeah.
They just jumped to ThanksKilling Part 3. So the sequel is ThanksKilling 3
Question.
and nothing in between.
Can we watch this on Thanksgiving?
We possibly can.
We have to look for it.
Very much. It might be on Tubi. I didn't see. But
We'll find it.
well, I'll find it. I could probably find it somewhere.
Yeah.
Now this, like I mentioned earlier, this was a college film. The kids were in college. The director was between his junior and senior year when they filmed this, and it was self-produced for very little. It was shot during the summer break, like I said, between their junior and senior year. And the original puppet for the turkey was designed and built by the director, that he sculpted and built in his bathroom in his apartment at
I
the time.
wonder if he thought, like, I want to make a horror movie, or I wonder if he thought, like, well, I made this turkey, so. Like, did you make what came first, the turkey or the movie idea?
or the movie.
I'm gonna contact him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gotta have Instagram or something. I'm gonna find him.
They held auditions for this movie in his garage, and Wanda Lust, the one that played the Naked Pilgrim,
Yeah, how did they get a porn star to be in this?
she was cast off of Craigslist. She answered an ad on Craigslist, and she said after this was made, she stated that of all the things that I've appeared in film for, this is the only one I regret. She also, that filming, because that opening scene was just amazing to me.
Yeah.
Because it was like, just, there it is. And the opening scene was shot in a public park without a permit. So they're just running
She's
through
just
a
tits
park.
first, trying to get it done quickly as possible, so
Yeah.
you don't get caught.
Right. So
Could you imagine her at the park, just like on a picnic with your
right.
family?
Yeah. And then
And
there's a
there's
topless pilgrim running
Topless
around.
pilgrim, just like running from a plastic turkey.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And here's another really interesting thing that I found out about it too. There was a musical adaptation that they made of this that showed once a year, at least once a year from 2013 to 2017 at various venues across the country. And sometimes like one of the actors from it would perform in it and stuff like that.
I would love
But
that.
wouldn't you love to see that? It
Okay,
never,
so
I didn't see
here
it
in
anywhere
Fort
close.
Worth, they do this thing on Wednesdays, in like South Fort Worth, where it's called Weird Wednesdays, where they like
You've told me about that, yeah.
they screen like old movies, crappy movies, things like that. This would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
And
I
they
wonder-
get some of the stars to like come and be it.
I wonder
Like,
I wonder if we can
answer
get in touch
questions
with them.
stuff.
And
I have a friend that like always like she has a stand there where she sells stuff, and I'm gonna ask her if she can.
yeah.
Because that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I'll perform in this. I'll be the turkey. I don't care. I will not be the pilgrim though, guys. Don't get your
Corey,
hopes up.
You're built for the pilgrim.
No, because I would be stepping on my boobs trying to
I'm
run,
gonna be the
tripping
fat
over
guy
my
that rips
boobs.
his shirt and is constantly looking for a snack. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be Johnny's dad who's really disappointed.
I just want to be mom that's standing in the kitchen dead. Anyway, that's it for you guys.
That's it, you guys.
this
I hope
week.
you guys have a great Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Catch you guys next time.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and we'll see you guys then.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.